Hey y'all, RJ here. Welcome to my shop. And interest has come up in the Hemi motors, resin motors I've been making here. And yeah, I thought I'd get with you and just go over a few things about just how I built this particular one here. And a little bit of work as far as decking things, getting things straight, making them work when they don't seem like they're going to. Maybe you have to modify them. Also had someone else ask me about these motor stands here. They're fairly simple to make. Get some sprue, basically bend it up to the shape of your motor. Depending on the motor you have, make it fit in there. I don't know. Some trial and deduction, experiment with it. Hey, the stuff comes in there and, play around with it, see what you can come up with. So, yeah, anyway, to get to the motors, here is a little Ford motor I decided I wanted to go ahead and try to work on. Now, as far as first putting it together, it has to be faced and basically made so that you get a joiner fit between the two motor halves, say. Here's an example of one here that's fairly flat, but you can see it's going to have to be gone over. And yeah, what I do with that normally is have this sanding disc. So for example, here's a part, here's a head from the Ford motor. I'll bring it here, work it around like this, take a look at it. You can see what's happening there. It's got a little ways to go. So yeah, I have this file here that I use. It's fairly dependable. It's called a flat bastard file. And this is an old broken one that I probably just found somewhere and use, and it works great. Let's see, what's that say? Nicholson, made in USA. Great file. So let's see, that's that, and enough. This is going to be that quick. We'll try and run through the basic things here. Okay, intake scoop. You can see there's kind of a problem where it's out around and so forth. That has to be formed, made so that it's round, and it's kind of neat because you can actually shape it and kind of get your own shape out of it. So on this one here, I found that it was easiest to go ahead, glue it on the top, then take my Dremel tool, edge out the inside and hollow it as you see it now. So whatever works best for you, take your time with it, and yeah, it's all good. Let's see, we have the Ford motor here I'm going to work on. Another good example here is, this is the manifold, obviously, for a blower from the Hemi. You can see that it's still got quite a bit of the slag left on there, and normally I just use a pair of these nibs for the slag, get the majority of that to come off of there, get it down to where it's workable. But you can see this manifold has to be beveled so that it fits in between the heads. Currently it just goes straight down, and so you can see it's very crude when it comes from the mold, and it ain't like it's just gonna fit right in there. So yeah, I take a little bit of basic machining, decking, whatever you want to call it, facing, decking them. It's basically like you're turning your hand into a mini machine shop with the file and so forth. And alright, well, I guess that's basically the logistics of that. Let me pour out one of these motor kits that I have for the Hemi right now. These kits come with a wired distributor cap. Let's see, I'll supply a piece of sprue to go ahead and make a distributor base or body, and also a piece to make a starter, and you can make your idler cam gear out of this for your blower belt. Right here is what I did to go on the front of there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I suppose maybe you can. So yeah, that'll come as part of the kit too, and it comes with that, and I make a belt to go ahead and send with it. So that's just a rubber band belt. Normally I'll color those black with a Sharpie pen. Rubber band rubber doesn't really like paint too much, or sometimes. Okay, so we have the kit for the Hemi here. You can see it's fairly crude. If you take a look at the oil pan, there's quite a bit of slag there, and that all needs to be worked away and trued down and squared and made so that it fits just so. And so yeah, I went ahead and slammed one of these together. I had one that was a little more of a reject and or second or whatever, and went ahead, decked it, slammed it together as quick as I could. Took me about 40 minutes or something, and so came out decent. I gave that to a friend of mine as a gift the other day there, just to, you know. So this here obviously is fairly crude, but can be, go ahead, shave this down and make a pulley from that. The two pulleys, the balancer and the blower pulley, are there. This other kit I have here, the pulleys are a little bit shorter. It'll take a little bit less work to go ahead and get those into shape. So essentially, yeah, I have two kits ready to go here. And yeah, so I guess that's about it. Other than, yeah, you'll have to have this here in order to put this together. Sap gel is what's worked for me. There's other preferences. I was looking at some stuff called mercury glue the other day, and yeah, I've heard of Loctite super glue and all kinds of different super glues now. So whatever your preference is, as far as working with resin stuff, this is what's worked good for me so far. So alright, other than that, man, let's see. I'll show you now. Today I did some resin casting. I'm working on some Model A radiator grills and shells. Put a skull in that one, maybe that'll work. Some wheel backs that I got going there. Four more pulleys. Differential cover by the skull in the center. And try a new experiment with a lateral leaf spring beam and rear end there. So we'll see how those work out, and hopefully they will. And oh, another another set of wheels there. So let's see, I guess, yeah. Other than that, been busy. I am scratch building a body. I got some sheet styrene the other day, so working on that. And I got a plan for that. It's going to be kind of a takeoff on the original Revel Oil Orange Crate. I don't know how many of you guys remember that. It was kind of a great Ford two-door funny car. I think it had a stock wheelbase, but basic funny car, tubular chassis, and a lot of chrome, and it was called the Orange Crate. Just an all-time great Revel model, one of my all-time favorites. So I'm going to do sort of a kind of takeoff on that. And, yeah, let's see, I can show you this. Here's one of my distributor caps wired up and attached to this. The way I found it works for me is I'll go ahead, secure it to the top of this distributor body first, and let that dry for like a day or two, and then, geez, it's anchored, and I can go ahead and do whatever I want and get them wired up. Nice. So yeah, that's what's been working there. And, of course, there's the tarantula, and let's see, guess that's about it. Oh, other than a friend of mine gave me a plane the other day. I was going to show you all that. Some real nice work. Yeah, that was just a real nice gift. Kind of real unexpected. And I built my fair share of airplanes, and it's just a real nice gift, and I was happy to get it. And I'll probably hang it up in here. So it looks like about 10 minutes on this clock here, and I'm going to get out of here and let y'all go. And hey, those of you I was going to send these motors to, you'll be getting them in the mail shortly. And inbox me with any messages if you got any other questions and so forth about glue and so on, or if you need this or that, or we'll figure out whatever. I got extra sounding discs I can send or whatever, and just whatever we got to figure out, and let me know, okay? Alright, y'all, well, take care and have a great week. We'll see you a little later.